So how many more homes are needed in the U.S. to cover the current market? Well, here's a good example right here. 3 million people in the U.S. are renting even though they're making $150,000 a year. This is because vehicle, I'm sorry, home prices have gone up dramatically in the last few years, where even if you make 150 grand, it might be tough to be able to buy a house, especially with the interest rates. And you might think, how could that be true if you make 150 grand? Well, think about it. If a house costs, let's say, $450,000, that's the median price for a house right now. In some markets, it's 5 to 550 just to buy anything that's halfway decent. That's going to give you a mortgage payment at the current rate of about $5,000 a month, or maybe $5,500 once you figure tax, insurance, all the other things that go into owning a home. So for $5,000 a month, you need to earn $8,000 a month to take home $5,000 after taxes. Well, $8,000 a month is roughly 100 grand a year before taxes. So if you make 150 grand, 2/3 of your income would go to paying for your mortgage for a $500,000 house. That's why 3 million people like that are still renting, because it's tough to be able to afford 5 grand. You could probably rent a place for 3 grand, 3,500, where to buy a house might be a lot more money. Plus, you're going to need to save up 100, 150 grand to come up with a down payment. Even a 20% down payment on a $500,000 house is going to be $100,000. How much are you going to save if you make 150? Even if you save 20% of your income, that's 30 grand a year. That's going to take you 4 years to save up enough money to buy a house. This is why new home construction is drastically needed. There's not enough new homes being built, and that demand is still going to be there. It's not going away, even though home prices have gone up and purchase volumes of real estate for single family homes is slower, right? There's less people buying houses than there were 2 or 3 years ago. It's not going to make the market crash, because there's still all these people, 3 million people are still renting and making 150 grand. That's still out there. And there's other people that want to buy houses besides these, people that are making less money. Maybe people who are in a house but they want to upgrade. There's still a demand for homes that's out there regardless of what the rates and prices are. And, anecdotally, one of the stories that this Wall Street Journal article talks about is, here's an accountant, and he's trying to save for a down payment, and it's not what I envisioned to be in a 2-bedroom apartment with his son. Another one is a 30-year-old who owns a flooring business, and he is trying to buy a house, but he can't really afford it. High-earning Americans are more likely to rent than in the past. This is a very important thing to be aware of. If you're a builder, if you're a contractor, there is still that demand out there. It's just we're in a weird no man's land right now with prices, interest rates, and even availability of builders to build enough homes with staffing or contract employees. With this number of people that are out there trying to, or pending pent-up demand trying to buy a house, it's not going to be anytime soon will there be enough homes to fulfill the demand or fulfill that need for single-family ownership, primary rental, primary residence type homes.